Okay, this video is sort of specific to the University of Edinburgh, for University of Edinburgh staff and students. I'm going to go into a bit of detail about where you keep your files and how the shell can see them. If you want to read about that topic, you can go to this website on the School of Geosciences IT fac page, and it'll tell you about the different types of storage arrangements we have for your files. The main storage that you will have is your home directory. You can read about it here, and the home directory is backed up. Typically it's backed up on the M drive on Windows, so we frequently call it the M drive, but that's backed up frequently, and it's backed up on multiple servers, so that data is really very safe. I think it's redundant enough that one of our buildings could burn down with computers in and you'd still have safe data. Then we have scratch space, so the home directory is backed up, I think, every day. Then there's scratch space, which is backed up a little bit less frequently. And then finally, there's a few other categories, but the one that you need to worry about is the research data store. The M drive, or your main home drive, it starts out with, I don't know the exact number, but sort of on the order of 10 gigabytes. If you want to store bigger files, the research data store is where to go, because the research data store, every PhD student staff member gets 500 gigabytes of storage. So how do we see these particular sites? Well, so here I'm in NX, and I can start a terminal. When you start terminals through the School of Geosciences, you automatically end up in your home directory. So you're effectively in what on Windows is mapped to an M drive. Okay, and if I type ls to see what's in here, I've got all sorts of stuff, but I can't actually get to my research data store site unless I know the actual directory. So the research data store directory is got a quite specific location, and I will put it in here. So I've just copied this over because I don't fancy typing this out and I couldn't remember it. Anyway, but it looks something like this. So your research data store is in a folder called /exports/CSCE for the College of Science and something engineering. Well, College of Science and Engineering. The SC is for science. Then you have data store, geos for geosciences, users, and then UUN is your username. So for me, that would be smud is my username. So if you'll remember the last video, if I want to go to the beginning of this line, I hit Control A. I've gone to the beginning, so let's change directory into here. And now I'm in my data store, so this is where I keep a lot of big files. Now, if I want to get back to my home directory, it's quite easy. I just hit CD and then the tilde. That always gets me back to my home directory. But if you're anything like me, you're going to constantly forget this particular name of the folder where the research data store is. So there's a lovely little trick in Unix, which is the ln command, which is the link command. And I keep it with a flag of -s. I'm not going to explain what that means, but just do it when you make this link. And then I can make a link to this particular folder. So that's my folder. Now remember, in Linux, if I press the middle button, it'll copy. So I've just highlighted that, press the middle button, it copies over. Isn't that convenient? And then I have to name the link something. So I'm just going to call this SMM Data Store. You can call the link whatever you want. So I hit Enter, and now when I look at my files, there's this little blue thing right here. That's the link to my data store. So instead of having to type in that long path name, exports, CSCE, data store, all that malarkey, you can just change to CD SMM data store, and I hit tab there to autocomplete. And now I can just switch into the data store straight away. So making those links can be a rather convenient way to get around from your home drive to your data store. And you don't need to make the link back to your home drive because, again, you can just